Today I'm going to tell you an interesting story about the life of Saint Bartholomew the Apostle. Saint Bartholomew was one of the 12 apostles of Jesus, and is also known as the patron saint of skin diseases, leather workers, and those who suffer persecution. He was born in the 1st century AD, most likely in Cana of Galilee. In the Gospels, he was also identified as Nathanael, the man whom Philip the Apostle, his close companion, introduced to Jesus. At first, Bartholomew was very skeptical when Philip told him they had found the Messiah, Jesus of Nazareth. He doubted it and said, "Can anything good come from Nazareth?" Yet when he met Jesus face to face, the Lord looked into his heart and said, "Here is a true Israelite, in whom there is no deceit." This encounter moved Bartholomew deeply, convincing him that Jesus was truly the Son of God, and from then on, he became a devoted follower. He witnessed Jesus' miracles, listened to his teachings, and was present during his crucifixion, resurrection, and ascension. After Pentecost, Bartholomew was strengthened by the Holy Spirit. He then traveled far and wide to spread the gospel. Tradition tells us that his missionary work reached India, Mesopotamia, Persia, and Armenia, where he converted many people to Christianity. Wherever he went, he healed the sick, cast out demons, and performed miracles like Jesus did. He also converted the leader of Armenia, King Polybius, and even gave him permission to establish the first Christian community in his kingdom. His courage and zeal were strong, and his words carried the same truthfulness, for which he was first recognized by Jesus. However, his success angered the king's brother, Astyages, also called Astyages, who saw him as a threat to their empire. In 71 AD, Bartholomew was then arrested by his brother's army and was ordered several times to renounce his faith. When he refused to obey, he was then executed, which made him a true martyr of his faith in Jesus. It was said that among the 12 apostles of Jesus, it was Bartholomew who suffered the most brutal persecution and death. According to his martyrdom, he was skinned alive, which was truly painful to imagine, and then he was beheaded. This was why, in some depictions of medieval artists, he was often portrayed as the apostle, holding his own flayed skin. After his death, his followers buried his body in Armenia. Later, his relics were transferred several times. However, in the year 983, the Holy Roman Emperor Otto III moved his remains to Italy. There a church was made, and it is now called the Basilica of San Bartolomeo in Tiber Island in Rome. This church has been a sacred place of pilgrimage where people with skin diseases would come and offer prayers and petitions to Saint Bartholomew and would be granted. Today, he is venerated as the patron saint of skin diseases, leather workers, and people who suffer persecution. His feast day is celebrated every 24th of August. If you like stories like this, support us, follow, like, and subscribe.